Hey YouTube, it's Flamin' Volcarona here, and today I'm here with another X and Y Wi-Fi battle for you guys. Today I'm battling one of my good friends, David. The other day I asked him if he wanted a battle. He said sure, and then he said we should upload our perspectives of the battle. So that's what we're doing here. And today I bring my Smeargle, Scrafty, Mandibuzz, Klefki, Greninja, and Braviary. So let's get this battle started, shall we? So for my lead, I sent out Smeargle, and for his lead, he goes out with Kangaskhan. At this point, I didn't know if it was Mega or not, so I just went for the Spore since I'm holding Focus Sash, and I'm guessing it's not Mega. His Mega ended up being Mega Gardevoir. But anyway, I set up my rocks because I don't want that Talonflame coming in full health. And he wakes up next turn, but he doesn't bring me all the way down to 1 HP. So I misclicked and I clicked Stealth Rocks, and he got to get up a Power Punch, so that's still really bad. So I go to my defensive wall, Mandibuzz, and he goes for a return, which brings about halfway, just about a little above. So I just go for a Toxic, and I just want that residual damage going on after the Rocky Helmet damage also. So he goes for I think that was like another return, and I just go for the Roost because Mandibuzz hard body can take anything. So there he goes, getting the toxic damage and the Rocky Helm damage. So he goes for another Power Punch, and it's a crit, but it really doesn't do anything because, like I said, Mandibuzz is hard body. So I just go for another Roost, and he takes the Rocky Helmet damage. There he goes, taking the toxic damage, and he's just about finished. So he goes for Outrage, and doesn't really do anything. I mean, does about like, I should say probably like 1/4 of its health, but yeah, Kingston gets knocked out by the Rocky Helmet damage, and I just get the Roost up, so he goes into his Haxorus. Sorry guys, it's pretty late. So I was predicting the Outrage, so I just go into Klefki, and yep, I was right. He doesn't go into it, so I just go for a T-Wave, slow this thing down, and he goes for the Earthquake. So that sucks a lot because Klefki doesn't get to do anything other than T-Waving at Haxorus. So there goes Klefki, and I go back. I do not go back out. I was going to back onto Mandibuzz. No, I go into Braviary and I just go for a Bolt Up. And he decides to go for another Outrage. So at this point, I kind of didn't want to lose Braviary, America. So I just bulk up and then I go for a Roost. And I'm just waiting for Hackers to get confused so I can just Brave Bird it. But I just keep going for the Roost. It doesn't end up well, not at all. So he goes for another Outrage, and yeah, he gets to take out Braviary, which didn't really do anything at all. Maybe in some other battle video, Murica will probably do something, but not today. Not today. So thinking about it, I could have went out into Greninja in the first place, and then I could have just taken it out with a Ice Beam. So that's what I do here. Oh, sorry for my constant yawning. So he goes into his wife, and he Mega Evolves, and I pretty much just go for the Scald because I wasn't sure if Dark Pulse would do neutral damage. So, and I kind of wanted the burn on it, so I do get the burn, and that's gonna help me out a lot because it goes for Dazzling Gleam and I live with like 15 HP. So he gets the burn damage and I can go for another Scald and take this thing out, which is great for me. So he goes into his Talonflame and Stealth Rock damage comes in, which is great, so now this thing isn't at full health. So I'll go into Mana Buzz because I'm kind of figuring, I predicted the Brave Bird, but he goes for Aerial Ace, so he just takes the Rocky Helmet damage. Mana Buzz doesn't get any real damage. But then he goes for the Brave Bird, and I still live it, and he gets Rocky Helmet damage, and he gets taken out by the recoil. So Talonflame didn't really get to do anything. And I go for a Roost, predicting he would take himself out. So he goes into his Greninja named Zabuza, and I thought he would be holding like a black belt or something, but I don't know. So I just went for the knockoff. He goes for Ice Beam, then I go for the knockoff, and he's holding the Deep Sea Tooth. I have no idea why he was holding that item, but he goes for another Ice Beam, and he gets to take Mana Buzz out. So Mana Buzz is out. So I go back into my own Greninja, and I go for the Scald. I could have went for the Grass Knot, but it really didn't matter at this point, because any move I had would have taken Greninja out. So he goes into his Outer Slash, and I was predicting Swords Dance, so I go and use Dark Pulse, and it does about just a lot. About halfway where his half point is. So and I get the flinch, which is great, but then he takes me out with Shadow Sneak, so, and the crit didn't matter. It didn't really matter, but Greninja's down, so I'm down to my last Pokemon, and he's down to his last Pokemon. So I kind of predicted him going for King Shield, so I just go for Dragon Dance. King Shield is pretty obvious. So yeah, I get the Dragon Dance up, and at this point it really didn't matter if he King Shielded again, because I probably would have taken it out even without the boost. But his King Shield fails, and it gets taken out, and yeah, good game, David. So yeah, you guys should go check out David's channel. I'll put it down in the description. And follow me on Twitter, guys. I'll also put down in the description. So thanks for watching.